Now I got this. Wait, are you seeing the full picture? Oh my god, wait. Oh my god, I'm scared. This is my arm workout for today. Okay, let me put it down before it puts me down. Oh, Jesus. Oh, oh no. Oh, no. I tried. Yeah. Hey guys, we're back with another video. It's been a long time since I've seen you guys and talked to you. So I decided that I'm going to grace you with a spring unhaul. Yeah, so basically all the books that I have had in my room for probably like months that I've either intended to sell or have intended to read and I just haven't gotten to it. That's basically all going to be in this video. These books I'm going to be giving away to little free libraries. I'm going to be giving some away to the library, and then some of them I will also be selling on my Pango books, so just like check the links down below for that if you're interested in buying any of these. Other than that, let's get into it. The first book that I'm giving away is 1984 by George Orwell. This is a very old copy, as you guys could see. I feel like I read it in school and I still had this copy, or like I found this copy at my grandparents and wanted to read it again, and then I just never built up any interest towards reading it. So here it is, and I'm going to be giving this away. Okay, next, my mom gave this to me. I don't want to read it. Expect to Win, 10 Proven Strategies for Thriving in the Workplace. I'm sure it's a lovely read, very informative, but yeah. Next is 5 Days in Paris. This is by Daniel Steele. I read this early in 2023. Not a memorable read, and I just still want to keep the book. Next is Milk and Honey by Rupi Kaur. I feel like everyone was buying this in like high school. While I liked some of the passages, I just don't ever touch this book or go back to it, and someone else will probably appreciate it more than me. Next is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. I also read this in high school. You'll find that's a common trend. I don't know, definitely just wasn't my favorite read ever, and I don't see myself reading it again, so goodbye. Next is Sometimes I Lie by Alice Sweeney. Now this one I actually liked. I think I gave this like a 4 stars, but I don't think about it often. I don't really want to keep a book that is not my favorite. So this is also going. This is Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. I love this book wholeheartedly. I don't know, I think I spilled like water on some of it, and this is probably like the only shallow reason you'll hear that I'm going to be replacing a book, because I think I'll still love it when I reread it and still give it 5 stars. So I just want a new copy. That sounds so like shallow, but I think I'm allowed to be a bit shallow sometimes. Next is The Silent Patient by Alex Miko, his name. With this one, I don't have any interest in rereading it right now. I think I'm going to listen to the audiobook and see if I still like it as much as I did. Because I started rereading it and I was just like, I don't know if it'll hit the same. And also, I got this copy. It's like I don't know if you guys could tell how huge it is. So if I end up liking it, I'll probably just buy a smaller copy. But honestly, I think it was a product of its time and it might not hold up when I listen to it. Next is Shatter Me. I just didn't love the first book in the series. I love the series as a whole, but I just don't see myself rereading it. So yeah. Next is You Are a Global Citizen by Damon Dominique. With this one, I just think I had a different concept of what it was going to be when I bought it, and I started going through it. It's more like a guided journal. I think someone else will benefit from it. I think I'm going to say that for a lot of these books. So yeah, this one is going. Next is Love Theoretically by Hazel. Ali Hazelwood. Now this one, for the majority of it, I actually really liked it. And then when I got to like the last quarter, there was miscommunication and just like a few things on her end. I don't remember her name. Yeah, Elsie. I just didn't end up like loving the book as a whole. I'm basically getting rid of it because I just didn't rate it 5 stars. You know, someone else needs it. Someone else wants it. Probably. Next is The Kingmaker by Kennedy Ryan. Now this one, oh, I wish I loved it, but it's just like, and I love Kennedy Ryan, like don't get me wrong, but I just didn't like how the guy had met her when she was younger and then they meet again and then they start like dating or whatever, having relations. I just never liked that in a book, and I don't like age gap period, so it's just not the book for me. Next is a book that I think I had to read this for freshman year of college. I don't know, which is so weird. You know, required reading in college is usually like a textbook or something, and not really like high school where you're required to read a book before entering. Anyways, Behold the Dreamers by Mbolo, his last name. I love this book. It was a really good book. I just don't think I'm gonna ever read this again, so. Next is The Death Cure. This is by James Dashner. I forgot what number in the series this is. Randomly have it. I don't have other books in the series. If I actually want to read it, I'll... Oh, it says it right here. It's book 3 in the series. But yeah, if I eventually like decide to read it, I'll just like get the ebook online and like go through all of them. But yeah, this one is going to... Okay. This is the last one of one stack. We got 2 more stacks to go. This one is If I Stay. This is by Gail Foreman. I did watch the movie before even like getting the book, and I don't even know how I got this book. I could not tell you. I don't know. I didn't really love the movie. It was definitely a movie of its time, but I don't think it's enough to get me to read the book. So I'm going to give it away. All right. On the second stack, we have The Deal by L. Kennedy. So this book I read at the beginning of last year. I thought I would love it. A lot of people were talking about it on Bookstagram and on booktube, and I wanted to like get into sport romances because I haven't really read a lot of those. I think I gave it like a 3 point something stars. It was very like mid for me, so I'm going to give it away. Next is The 4-Hour Workweek by Timothy Ferris. So this one, I really love the premise of it. And that's what drew me to like buy the book and really try to read it. But the thing about this book, it's very like stiff. I would rather like read it or listen to it online. The physical book is just, it's not something I want to read, if that makes sense. I think some people will get it, some people won't. So the next book here is Luster by Raven Leilani. That's a pretty last name. This one, so special, so special. So I don't really, and I know I should probably like challenge myself in certain ways, like to read books that I know I probably won't like, but that's not what reading is about. So this one, the premise, like the whole black girl enters a white couple's marriage and she's like the third person in it and she's dependent on them. I'm not a fan of those types of books, those types of situations. And it probably is insightful, interesting, even entertaining. I bet it is, but it could not bring me to read this book anytime soon. Never say never, I guess, but I'm saying never. Okay, for this book, Addicted to You by the Ritchie sisters, I've tried multiple times to read this book. People say it gets better by the 3rd book, the 2nd book, whatever, later on in the series. Do I believe that? No. This one is just, ugh. The premise, the one has a sex addiction and the other has an alcohol addiction, and they're friends, but they're gonna end up like helping each other through their addictions. I bet to some people it's good, but to me, it's not that girl. It's not that girl. So I'll leave that one there. I think I have, this is the 2nd book by Carla A. Harris. Another one from My Mom, Strategize to Win. There's only certain like nonfiction books I'm interested in, or like not even nonfiction, self-help books. I don't know. I really just don't care. I know there's probably nuggets to learn in this one, and I'd probably just go through and like pick those out. But to read it, I'd really have to be like interested in actual person and want to follow what they say. So this one is going to Conversations with Friends by Sally Rooney. What do I say? As I found with all of, not even all, because I've only read 2 books. So like with this one and Normal People, I found with her writing, it just doesn't gel well with me. Like I just don't like her writing. Is that crazy to say? Like, no. Like all of her characters are kind of like, people say they're human. I'm like, are they? I could see it, but give me something to root for. Maybe it's just the type of reader I am. I just didn't like this book. So, goodbye. Next is If Only I Had Told Her by Laura Nolan. This book is a tricky one because I did like it, or some parts of it. I like getting Autumn's point of view, and I liked some of Jack's point of view. It got a bit tumultuous. We were getting too much of Jack after the fact, but I liked it for what it was. Like towards the end, it all came together and I enjoyed it. I don't know if I could say I enjoyed it. I just, as a whole, like it was good, but there's nothing else to write home about. That's it for that one. I don't know if this is like controversial book. You know how there's certain books that are like, if you read it, people look at you like bombastic side eye. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's like historical, analyzes socialism. I don't want to read this. I don't even know how this fell into my hands. Maybe from my dad or something. I just have no interest in reading this. By 2 people. You guys can look it up. Goodbye. Next is Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close. Got that. This is by Jonathan Safran Burrell. I don't know. It's by Jonathan. This one, I tried reading this multiple times because I did like the premise, but I've just never got around to it, and I feel like the longer I have it, the less interest I have in reading it. So I'm sure it's good though. Next is Siddhartha by Herman Hesse. This one I'm kind of on the fence about like giving away, but I'm leaning more towards giving it away because I've had it with me for a long time. I think I also read this in high school and I've just never gotten back around to it, to like re-examining it. So I think if I wanted to pick it up, I would have, in it. Yeah. So it's time to go. Say bye. I'm gonna hold these all together. These are 8 through 12 of the Nancy Drew books. I've had these for a minute. I don't know if I want to keep them or not. I think I eventually want to go through and like reread all of the Nancy Drew series, since they definitely sparked my love of reading like mystery thriller books, even sparked an interest for me to like watch Scooby-Doo and stuff like that. So I just don't want to keep it in case, so I'm gonna give them away. Next is The Heart of a Woman by Maya Angelou. This one is another one where I will probably end up reading the book electronically. It's just like tiny books like this, they're cute to like put in your pocket and stuff, but I would want like a regular sized book. And this is just me being like very, you know, because I like a certain like reading experience if I'm going to actually pick up a physical book. But there is something about these books, like they smell just so old in a good way. But yeah, again, I don't want to keep it in case I find a desire to actually read it. It's just one of those, isn't it? All right, next is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. With this one, I really tried. Got the audiobook, I read it physically, I read it as an ebook. It's just not for me. With this one, there was just too much going on where I kind of felt lost, and I kind of felt like at the end, I would just be even more lost, but have this type of thought in my head, like maybe it's so good, and that's the reason that I'm lost. Like the effect after reading an Olivia Blake type of book. I just wasn't interested in it. The next book is 28 Summers by Ellen Hildebrand. Now this one is a bit beat up because I took it with me on vacation. I forgot where. But with this one, I was trying to feel the vibes. They meet one summer and, you know, regardless of where they're at in their lives, they still come and meet up at this like cabin in Nantucket over 28 years for 28 summers. Yes, for me, it's like, you know that you have a family, and yet you're going to meet this person over a span of however long, and I'm supposed to like this book and feel bad for you and still enjoy it. I just don't like it. It's emotional, it's physical, and for so long, I'm gonna put it down before I get mad about this again. Okay, now this one, Go Tell It on the Mountain by James Baldwin. Again, like with The Heart of a Woman, I just think I'll definitely like read it online. I've tried to pick this up multiple times. I just haven't been interested. But there's something in me that's just telling me to just hold on to this book because it's James Baldwin and I like so much of his other books. It's on the line. I'm on the fence about this one. Next is Paper Towns by John Green, another one from high school. Actually, I think this is middle school time. There's a Falling Knife Stars, like that whole era. Yeah, 2008. So this is middle school. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I ever like read it. Obviously at this point, I don't have the interest at all. So I decided that I'm not gonna hold on to it anymore. But yeah, icon, a legend. I didn't want to pick these up, but I will. Yeah.
Bombastic side eye. Criminal offensive side eye. Do you understand?
They just have to go. I talk more about like my realizations about this book. I don't know when this video will come out, but I talk about it in a tier ranking my 5-star reads of all time, and I give a reason as to why this book is not my favorite anymore. And then this one just goes hand in hand. I don't think I'll ever get around to this. I don't really have that desire anymore. I just don't want to read it now or anytime soon. So goodbye. Next we have, oh boy, there's like a lotto ticket in it. This one is so old. This one is A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. I loved his other book, The Power of Now, but I just think with this one, I want to listen to it. I don't know. No, I do know. I'm giving this away. But I will definitely, eventually, at some point, get to this book. Last but not least, we have Eleanor in Park by Rainbow Rowell. I think I read this in high school, or like I got it in middle school and then ended up reading it in high school. It was okay. And then there were like slightly racist undertones. It's this one's time to go also. That is all. I don't know how many books that was. Should I count? Do I feel like counting? I'm gonna count. Just a sec. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Wow, it's only 39 books. I realized that I missed one. I missed one book. This whole time before I recorded, I was like, I'm gonna count the amount of books that I'm actually giving away. So the book that I missed, The Psychology of Money. Again, another one that I would rather read as an ebook and like have all the resources and the materials so that I could highlight it, and it smells so brand spanking new. I think I'm gonna give this away too. Yeah, maybe even give it to my mom. I think she's been wanting to read this. So here we go. Keep it in the family.
What did she say?
Keep it in the family. Anyways, why did I say that? Keep it in the family. You guys know what I meant. This is the last book, 40th book to add to the pile. I will probably, like, it'll be a different day, but I'll be going to the little libraries, and I'm also going to be giving some away to my local library, you know, the ones in like the best condition that I could give them in. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this part. Thank you guys for joining me for this video. I hope you enjoy seeing all the books that I unhauled. It's really nice to start anew and really only have books that I love. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Like this video and comment below what type of videos you'd like to see from me. Yeah, make sure you guys subscribe so you can see my other videos that are coming out later. Take care, and I love you so much. Bye.